Just been asked by a customer how to create a laser animation using Showcontroller and save it onto the internal memory of the Shownet devices. So I'll just like make a quick video on it. So if you open Showcontroller, you click on Realtime. And you can see here, so it opens the real-time workspace. Just so you know, on the laser preview window, if you right-click, you can isolate each individual laser projector. You can then, in here, you can see that the timeline is automatically set to 10 seconds. If you want to change that, you can click on Audio, and then Settings. And then you can change the time here, or you can upload an audio file here and press Get Music Length, and it'll change the length to exactly the same as what the music is. I'll leave it at 10 seconds at the moment, though. Okay, so on the first line, if I double-click, click on Trick Film, so this is to add a laser frame. Double-click the trick film, click on Picture, and then Browse Pictures. So this is taking me to Desktop, Showcontroller, and then where all of the laser frames are stored. So if I click on Basic, I'll select the square, OK. Now I can drag that to the beginning of the timeline, stretch that over. So you can see here that it's projecting a really big square. So if I double click again, this part's it teaches you the basics of how to edit the frames, but it's very specific to what's been asked for. So okay, so you can now see that changing those internal parts, it's now going from 0% size up to full size. So I also want to do, I'm going to change the colours. So I find it easier to just take control of the individual red, green and blue, so that I can change the fades as I want. So if I change that from beginning to end, On the new version of Showcontroller, you can actually click on View, and you can change the windows that are visible here. So you can actually give it quick access to the effects edits. So this information will pop up down in the corner. But for what I'm doing, I prefer to have a big preview window while I'm only using one screen. So you can see there I've taken all the red out, and I've told the green to go from 0% up to 100%. So it starts off as just blue, and it changes through to a nice cyan. And then anytime that I have something starting off as 0, I always like to add in a fade in so that you don't get a hot point at the beginning. And I think fade ins and fade outs just make things look neater anyway, rather than something just appearing and disappearing. So you can see there, as it starts, it fades in and then fades out as it gets too big. So if I was to take that, I can hold Shift, click and drag and highlight everything, right click, copy this event to clipboard, copy all active events to clipboard, and then Ctrl and V for paste as usual. Okay, so you can see there, I've actually added 2 squares at the same time, so you can see this one gets bigger, the second one comes from the center. And obviously you can extend your timeline as far as you want. Because it's working based on a timeline, if you want to make it zoom faster, then obviously you can shorten all of these, and it'll go from 0 to 100% faster. Or if you want it to take longer, you can just extend all of these so they take longer, up to 10 seconds, and then it'll do exactly the same effect, just spaced out over 10 seconds. So what I can do is go to the end of my show here, click on this one here, end of laser show, and then I can press play. And I have a laser plugged in, so I can actually see it playing through in my room. If you're not getting any output from your laser when you do this, by the way, if you click on this at the top, this control center, and you can see here I've got Shownet and then the serial number, and that's set to number 1. If I want it to play on track 2 or track 3, I can change it. You can add multiple lasers. All your settings are in there as well for your scanners and what have you. So now that I've finished that, I want to press File, Export, so ILDA Export Fixed PPS. So it's now going to play through whatever you've created. Worth remembering, if you're going to play this back via DMX using the internal memory on the Shownet, try not to make the files too big, because first of all it'll take forever to transfer, but also you can create, obviously, if you're creating a show via DMX, you really want individual elements. This is just a specific job. So if I call this export 1, 2, 3, I've already saved this, but save it wherever you want on your computer. Press save, obviously, not cancel. And then if I close these, I can click on the admin tool, Shownet admin. And then you can see here, if you've got multiple devices in, you'll see them all here. So you select the one that you want to update. Click on SD card, and then you can see here, this is 1, 2, 3 that I've already saved to my laser. Highlight it, transfer it across. So this will now be saved onto the SD card that's built inside the laser. So you're able to pull this back up. As you saw, I named it a number between 0 and 255. So as 1, 2, 3, when I've moved the kind of gobo slider on my DMX desk up to 1, 2, 3, it'll have that animation playing. So I hope that helps. And yeah, good luck creating your own stuff and saving it to your lasers.